Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you the Champions News live at 3. We got a lot going on today. We're going to start off with the blog post that just happened. We got a new event. Looks like it starts tomorrow. Big E, the Manny Faces of Positivity. It's one of the normal midweek events. It looks like I took a look at this a little bit earlier. It starts tomorrow at noon. It lasts for 2 days, noon Pacific. It's a solo contest. There's limited time tours with points, and the first coin you spend is worth 110,000. If it's like the past ones, I want to say typically there's like a 3 or 4 loot pack that gets you to one milestone besides this first one. Once it's live in the game, I can figure it out. And on tomorrow's news, I can tell you exactly how much you need to spend to hit that milestone, assuming you can do the tours. I think it's usually like $10 or $5 gets you one more milestone, and you can decide if it's right for you or not. We'll see. It looks similar to those though. The Premier bag has got a heavy machinery plate in it, a smoke plate. Those are both a couple really good plates. I wouldn't mind scoring those. Of course, if you don't have Biggie, he's there. So you can get the Xavier Woods gear, 200 of his shards, one Eternal Positivity plate. I actually only have one of those. I would love some more. Smoke plate, 3 of the Premier bags, 5 basics, and then we got assorted tokens, 14 million coins, and 1 KTP. I want to say typically, if you can do all the tours and you do like that 5 pull, I want to say it usually gets you like to the 2 or 3 million coin mark in these past mini midweek events. Don't quote me for that on that for sure. We'll see when it's live. Leaderboards for Macho, top 5, and then 400 shards. I imagine there'll be some people that want Macho that kind of go ham there. So the tour is any Randy Savage, any Big E for the Manny Faces contest points. So your best Savage, your best Big E, you get 188,000. So that plus one loot coin was like was it 108,000? So like 296,000 ish points. So when the event goes live, you can see where that gets you. There's also a decent chunk of coin and TP in that tour too. So no matter what, you're coming out a winner just by playing the tours. This is the stuff that just involves playing the tours. So not too shabby. I'm all in for that mark. Typically, like I said, I only spend a little bit on these, like to get, if it gets me one more milestone and it makes sense, kind of that $5 to $10 range, nothing more. Of course, what you will want to do will differ depending on where you're at and if it's worth it to you or not. So it looks like a typical midweek event. I have liked these in the past. No MLC points in this, so if you don't like it, you don't have to do anything with it. I would recommend playing it though, because there is free stuff. As far as from a monetary standpoint, and typically the tours don't take too long. It looks like they're 8 nodes, it said. Special offers. This top one is for you whaley whales. If you want those steamboat shards with some pulls, this is good value. That would be the one to go for. We talked about most of these yesterday. I don't think any of those are new today. Definitely not. So don't forget to do your daily claim. And then let us check out the Flash Market shop here. My reroll, I believe, is going to be on cooldown because I did it earlier, but this is your reminder to do your daily free reroll and see if you get anything good. Also, I do want to mention, if you, as you notice here, for people still working on this Charlotte thing, or maybe you're new and you missed out, buying these gives you EXP for getting Icon Charlotte. Steph is worth massive bonus points. You can see she's worth 2,000 EXP. So Steph, Shane, and Vince McMahon are all worth big bonus points. And you can get web coins through trivia, doing the trivia rumble down here, and get web coins there for free. It just takes time, and the trivia is quite difficult now, but over time you can get better at it. You can also buy web coins, but you can do it via trivia too. So there's that. Events going on. It looks like there's still 20 hours left on this one where you can double dip on the portal for the portal rewards. Again, the $50 mark gets you 10 million coins and 20 steamboat shards, and the $25 gets you 4 million coins. So let's jump over to the game because there is a lot to talk about. Let's go here and get rid of you. Okay, so Blitz is live. My faction already maxed it. Um, there's a good amount of MLC points in there, so hopefully your faction can max it. It can advance you along in the MLC. Requirements aren't as stiff as some blitzes. We can take a look real quick. On hell mode, you need 4. And this is an open trickster. You don't need a Hall of Fame or anything. And this is a 5-star acrobat. And you just need 4. If you have Big E, he's the big bonus guys. You can see big bonus are Big E, Montez Ford, and Hollywood. Big E's the only one I have. Farouk is the next one down. He's not worth as much. Not super bad. Hard mode, you need 3. So you got to fill the middle row. And as you can see, extremely open. 4-star, 3-star, 4-star. So everyone should be able to do hard mode and go through it. And again, there's your bonus guys. So not too hard of a blitz. So there's the blitz. Let's talk about the... actually, we'll go through first. Let's go through the offers. Backstage Pass is good. It's fixed. It's working. The free bags were there. It looks to be exactly the same as it has been in the past. There's Miz Loot up again today. These are your standard pricing on the Miz coins. No discounts there. Flash deal is still there for Farouk. You got some shard packs if you were close to Skull King or Motu Warrior. These aren't new. Those were here the other day. And the Backstage Pass. There's another free claim here of 5,000 MLC points. That's a new one as well this week. So I haven't claimed that yet. I just saw it there. It's a one-time offer. So 5,000 MLC and 30 more Steamboat shards. But the bags are there. The Backstage is working. I got 1.75 million coin this week, 200 TP, I think 45 Steamboat shards, and 4750 MLC points in my bag. Don't forget to do your free daily claim. Get those all that extra good stuff. Prize wall looks very similar to last month. I haven't entered all my numbers in, but it looks extremely similar. Just as a heads up, I'll try and get a video out today or tomorrow on the prize wall, just to be safe. And loot, there's a couple. There's the Miz loot, and then there's the Damian Priest cash loot. So Miz loot, 3% featured, and there's some pretty big ones in there. Unfortunately, Eric's in there, who a ton of people have and don't want really. He's the, and then you got Dango, Tucker, Drew. So not the best, but it's also, and then you get the shards here of only 50. So it is what it is. Not the best loot, not the worst. The shard amounts are really low when you hit those. Although you got some decent guys in here like AJ, JBL, Kyrie down here. So it could be a lot worse. Commons, APA, Farouk is in the commons. And what do we got for shards? JBL and Sasha. This isn't one I would pull for. I would rate it as a okay loot, not amazing. But if you want Miz, this is the only loot I've seen Miz in so far. I'm not pulling on it. I do have a bunch of Tapjoy cash, and I love my Tapjoy cash, my cash loots with that. So let's take a look at this one. Featured is 1.3%, and then we got all of these tiers. So, and the featured is pretty loaded with, I would love Priest, Honky Tonk Man I don't have. I mean, you got Hall of Fame Hall, Ted, Lashley, Rude. There's a lot of really good cards. Obviously, Drew's really good. A lot of really good cards here. All the shards are pretty high. Obviously, if you hit featured and you got Rhea Ripley, probably wouldn't be exciting, but a lot of people might be close-ish on some of these. I don't have Honky Tonk Man yet. So it's not terrible, actually, as far as the featured go, but again, 1.3%. Let's check the mega rares. Bianca's amazing, but then you get these really, like, this would be a frustrating mega rare to pull if you get one of those guys. Eddie's in there, Braun's in there, so it could be worse. There's no shards in the mega rare, But there is that. And then going into super rare at 5%. Bianca's in there. Hall of Fame Sarge is a Hall of Fame card. Eddie's good. Ted's good. Very rare. Bianca shards. Let's check the commons because it's cash loot and that's really what I like in common. So common is all shards, and these are the ones I like when it shards. For me, this is a pass though, is the only one I'm missing is Honky Tonk Man, and I'm not like 20 shards away. I think I'm like 400. So I'm going to pass on this one, but if you're close on any of these guys and you're doing some Tapjoy, this might not be the worst one to take a stab at, especially considering the featured isn't terrible. So do keep in mind it is only 26 pulls on this one though, so it's not a high quantity of pulls. It's a low volume cash one too, so keep that in mind too. Other than that, let's talk about the MLC in general and then talent up. And I'll probably get Twitch chat involved with this one too. So for the MLC, I just maxed. I'm at 506K now. We can do a quick poll in chat here while we're doing this. I'll poll chat and see how many think they're going to max it, the MLC. Depending where your faction is at, you still have a decent chunk in the Blitz. Yes or no? Okay, start poll. So you still have a decent chunk of MLC points in the Blitz. Depending where your faction is at, you may have some. My faction has maxed all the milestones with points in it. Last two don't have points in it, so the third to last milestone is the last one that has points. If your Blitz is done, my faction's Blitz is done, you got all your MLC points in there. If they're not, you will want to make sure your faction can max it because there's 8,210 in just the last milestone alone. A lot of points there. So if you don't think you're going to make it, if you're really close, keep in mind perks count. So you know, if you need to buy perks if you want to get there. Steamboat, I want to say, is really worth going for. I think he's an account changing kind of technician and is going to be good for a very long time. So Goldberg, if you have the tokens, work on him. Also in the Goldberg milestones. So I just pulled chat. We got 92 people in here. 21 said yes, they think they'll max it. 11 said no, they think they won't. So that's a pretty good 2/3 are thinking they'll max based on the chat on a decent sample size. So I think it's looking pretty good for a lot of people. I think if you are at like say need like 50K more by the time today's over, I think you're probably in good shape. We still have a bunch of tours left. There's the weekend event. So I would say, you know, 50K range after today, you're probably pretty safe. Maybe even 75K still to come would be my guess. If I'm guessing, don't quote me on that. If you're at 400K, depending on where your faction is and how many milestones you have left, it might start to get dicey. If you're at 400K, I would be a little bit worried, but also it depends on where your faction's at on Blitz in the MLC. So if you're close, then you might start to think about the Backstage pass deal, because not only was it the 7 bags this week, it was also this one with 5,000 extra points. So keep that in mind. Also work your Goldberg because his event, his milestone, every one of these has solo MLC points in it. So keep working your Goldberg. You know, 6,000 there, 5,000 here, another 5,000. I can't tell how many was in that one. 3,000 there. So a lot of solo points there. So work on those things, clean up your tours and that sort of thing. And remember, there's some of the cheap perks like coin-wise, like your Blitz perks. Buy those because that'll help. And really, once you get past the first stage of the Motu step up here, this is $3 for 3,000 points. It's really diminishing returns, so the value's not good. So I wouldn't count on those past there. So I would say 400K, you're probably got a good shot. still, but I would be nervous. Anything over like 450, I'd say you pretty much have it in the bag. This is guessing. 425, I think you could still probably get there. But again, the 400, 425 depends where your faction's at. So hopefully that helps. Finally, I want to talk about Talent Up. You can refer back to my Talent Up video from this month. It sounds like, although this is not confirmed, but it's looking like Talent Up is going to be pretty much similar to what we had last month. Unconfirmed. So take it with a grain of salt. But I would prep for Talent Up being like it was last month. So use these last coin events to get your Goldberg up there and start prepping for your Talent Up. I have a few low-level guys that will help if I need it. Other than that, let me see who's ready on upgrade. Kind of give you an idea where I'm at. Get past these guys. Got some fuses. So a lot of stuff ready so far and a lot really close. Those are all ready to go if I need them. Hoffa's super close. Cesaro's really close. Mickey's really close. Charlotte doesn't count, but she's close. And there are other ones that don't show up under upgrade that I should have done by the end. Hall of Fame Ted will be ready to go. Snoop is almost there. Striker Sasha is just 2 moves leveled. So I'm looking okay, I think, for Talent Up, but it is a 3-week period. Sika is ready to go other than some coin. So plus I have Dragon and then couple fodder in Farouk, and I still haven't started Drip because I'm saving him for this Talent Up this month is what I was thinking, because it was going to be a 3-week event. So do plan on that. Judging on the date, it's the 7th today. This event ends on the 12th. So it looks like we're lining up for another 3-week event heading into October. Maybe it won't be an event. Maybe it'll be some short 1-week events and stuff. So who knows for sure. But it does look like it might be shaping up to back-to-back 3-week events, which will put some strain on your Talent Up. So make smart choices with your resources. Start prepping, guys, and get them ready to go, because who knows what's in the next one or the one following it. Anyway, guys, I think that covers everything for the news today. So thanks for watching. Love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks and good luck out there.